And I'm just gonna like take the globe out and go up to the corner around it, and then just kind of roll it into the room and yell, "Ferda spoon!"
So you guys are going to make your way back into the room?
Yep. Just stroll in like we belong there.
And I'll just be following directly behind Emmerin.
And I'll be behind Laya.
So you guys make your way in, and again, they have no clue that you're in there. They're doing their job, and they are very focused. Not even a clue that you're there. So you guys all make your way into that office very easily, and you're just standing in there.
Laya, which bookshelf was it?
And I'll just, I'll make my way over to the bookshelf I saw moving and try to start, like, messing with it. First, I'll try just, like, pushing the bookshelf itself.
And as soon as you push on it, it starts to kind of, like, slide out of place.
Excellent. All right, let's go.
So are you just going to go for it?
Do we hear anything immediately when it opens?
Just some creaking.
How about a smell or like a change in airflow or?
With how much she probably would have pushed it immediately, no.
I want to use my big elephant ears to like, while they're opening the door, to like listen for any traps to be triggered.
Okay, we can do that.
I guess that's probably a good idea. We should check this for traps.
Hold on, let's go push this secret bookshelf that's gonna lead us to the evil, and surely it won't be trapped.
Go ahead and one of you make Zam, go ahead and make a perception check.
Thank goodness. A natural 20.
Nice. Okay. So you don't hear anything, you don't immediately see anything that looks out of place, other than the secret bookshelf, obviously. But while she's pushing it open, you're not hearing anything tripping or triggering. There's some clinking as like it's scraping through and moving, but you're not hearing anything mechanical necessarily.
Got it.
I'll go ahead and I'm gonna cast alarm on the door to his office.
Okay. Are you leaving it open or are you closing it?
I'm leaving it, trying to leave it as close to the way we found it as possible.
Okay, so just cracked.
Yeah, and I'll just have it set to like be like a bell ringing or something if it moves.
Sounds good. Your alarm is set. As you keep pushing it open, you do start to smell. It's almost damp. Kind of a moist. Sorry, it's a great word to describe what this is. Like texture on the walls. Like it's not wet, but it's not dry.
It's damp.
It's damp. It smells that way as well. It smells not rotten, but it definitely smells like mold and moss. That very like earthy smell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just an earthen tunnel that kind of is dug out behind this that kind of just winds its way down out of sight.
See, told you, secret tunnel, not secret room. These bad guys never use secret room. It's always an eerie tunnel. Come on.
You've experienced this type of thing before?
You haven't?
No, not quite.
Well, this is kind of similar to where we met Emmerin, yeah?
Exactly. Not quite as moist, but
that was like a spiral staircase situation.
Yeah, a lot less moss.
That kind of makes sense.
So are you guys going to continue your way down, or are you content with where you are, just knowing what it is?
Oh no, we're going.
Oh, we go on.
All right.
I'm gonna as we're going down the stairs. I want to make sure I'm checking for traps as well.
Okay. Just give me a perception check as well. Just for the across the board.
Oh no, nat one. Wait, hold on. It says nat 1 on the thing, but it says 19 on the other thing. Okay. It's 25.
22.
4. I'm not out of the hangover yet.
Orlo's still just along for the ride. Cool. So you guys, it's dark, but there is a few like small like bioluminescent lights just kind of on the walls, just kind of give enough that it's not pitch black. It doesn't light it up super well, but as you guys are walking down, it's just kind of a slow sloping path. It's all dirt. It looks like it's carved out between like some of the roots of the trees because you can see some of them poking in overhead. But as you guys are making your way down, it's not a super long walk, but you do. You can't see anything ahead of you because there's a bend in the path, but you do hear some very loud. Sounds like maybe scratching or stomping or something of that like.
Orlo having large ears. It's like, and having done what he did last night, it's like really affecting him. So he just kind of like holds his head like back behind both of them and is just like holding it, like trying to keep as much noise out as possible.
What do you guys want to do?
Guy? You all right, big guy?
It's just, you don't hear that?
Of course I do.
Isn't it loud?
Yeah, but to those without the magnitude of auditory senses, I suppose. It's not so bad.
And I'm just gonna like put a finger to my lips, like shut the fuck up, please.
They can't hear us over the scratching sound anyway. Don't you hear the nerd? Like,
And I'll creep towards the corner and just like poke like one, just a little like one eye.
So as you kind of start to lean gently around this corner, it's still very dark inside, but you see that it opens up a lot more, and
of course it does.
it's a very large, like cavernous type room. And you do see like there are some spots again that are that bioluminescence that are kind of on the wall. And all you keep seeing in this big ass dark room is just this bioluminescence like appearing and disappearing as something is walking past it. And it is something very large.
I will quickly pull my head back and then just be like, something's in there, and it's not Soreth.
Oh, yeah, he's a good guy. He protects the village. Oh, what he does is so great.
Shh.
What a fucking... I'm getting the free beer from drinking when this is all over, and that's that.
What do we do?
And as you're having this discussion, just so you know, the scratching does keep continuing.
Is it getting louder, or is it just continuing?
It's getting louder, or it's not getting louder, but it is. There are some added sounds that you do hear, and it sounds like something like crumbling or falling.
Is this a trap?
If it was a trap, you'd think it would be sprung by now, but... Does it look like the tunnel is natural, or like has it been carved out? Like, are there scratches on the wall to indicate?
It's not natural by any stretch. It looks like it's very weathered. It looks like it's been here for a while. You can probably still discern that it was definitely dug out, and it looks like it was dug out by something that did it with claws, most likely,
Big meaty claws.
potentially.
So Orlo wants to, as Orlo is trying to drown out the sound, he would be able to, I imagine, pick up on whether the sound is like distress, like is it something trying to escape, is it just something like just scratching to scratch, like does it sound like panicked scratching, like what, like I'm trying to listen if like it's something that's doing it, if it's like something moving up against something else, or like
It being the amount of time that you spent in a forest around a lot of different animals, it is very purposeful. It seems like it is directed towards accomplishing something, because it is seemingly, from what you can hear, it's not moving, it's in the same place, whether it's something digging or making a hole or something of that nature.
did you, what you saw, was it alive, or did it look like it was like a machine, or what?
Oh yeah, it seems. I don't think it was a machine. Definitely alive.
And what? How about like tracks on the ground, that kind of thing? Do we see Soreth's footprints walking down here? Yeah.
Yes.
Do they? Can we? How far can we see them? I guess not based around the corner. Right?
You're very, I mean, basically right at your feet is about all the further you can see in terms of stuff like that.
Right.
And just to be clear, the only footprints you can see are ones that look very similar to, if not are, his footprints. And yours, obviously.
Do we still have
Well-
that light globe thing? Do you remember that thing?
Yeah.
Does anybody still have that?
I
If you
think.
Or did Flo take it?
if you do, it would be in the bag. It's called the Drift Globe, is what it's called. So as you're digging through your pack, the scratching does continue, and you do hear a large crash. Not like something breaking, but something. It sounds like a landslide or a avalanche or something like that would sound like a large movement of earth all at once.
Oh, I want to fight this thing so bad. Come on, guys.
You first.
Okay.
You going?
Well, fucking get after it then.
That's what I said. Get after it.
Well,
All right, we'll use the light fucking thing then.
Is there a command word for it that we've established that I don't remember?
There was not one that you established, so you're more than welcome to make one up right now.
And I would also like to ready my bow.
Bow is readied.
So there's an action where there's a word for making it float and a word for lighting it up. I don't know what I should use.
Berta.
I think
Ferda. I think that's the floating one. Ferda float.
boys.
Ferda float, boys.
Bird to float, boys. Play up a
spoon.
yeah, it's got to be spoon, like the tick. Ferda spoon.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that.
Done.
And I'm just gonna like take the globe out and go up to the corner around it, and then just kind of roll it into the room and yell "Ferda spoon!"
Fantastic.
So then it lights up and floats.
And you're just full sending on that?
Yeah, I mean, Emmerin seems to want to commit pretty hard, so.
I love how this is what you're doing when y'all make so much fun of me for doing stupid shit. I just want to point. I'm just making an observation.
If you can't beat him, join him.
Who stabbed the orb? I'm just out of curiosity here.
I like how you weren't even here for that, and you're like, who
And I was
stabbed
like,
the herb?
Hold on.
Hey,
Who did it?
hey, The DM has confirmed that stabbing the orb is part of what saved us. So.
Okay, all right.
I did confirm that.
But it was a pretty stupid move, but it worked out, didn't it? So, therefore,
did you die?
thusly, did you die? Exactly.
So thusly, Ferda Spoon.
Thusly, Ferda Spoon.
As you guys are behind Orlo rolls this orb into the middle of the room and yells Ferda Spoon, and it pops up into the air and illuminates this entire room. As the room lights up, it's initially kind of jarring to you as well, because you've been in black darkness for a little bit here now, and your eyes were starting to adjust, and this bright flash of light all of a sudden just kind of like makes you look away kind of briefly, and you also hear this very loud grunting. And as your eyes kind of start to adjust to the light that's in front of you, it starts to illuminate the figure of a very large creature. And you start to see the body of this creature kind of sprawling out through this large opening in front of you. And it immediately, you would probably guess it's like 20, 30 feet long. It stands probably 6 feet tall in this small room. That's about all the taller the ceilings are, though. And you can see that there's this mossy kind of substance growing off of its, what it looks like are wings.
God damn it, it's a dragon.
It's a goddamn dragon.
Why is there a Dagron under the tree?
It's the heart of the forest.
Oh my god, the dragon is the heart of the forest.
I thought the heart of the forest was the friends we made along the way.
And it knows you are there, and it snaps its head back towards you, and it stares you down for what seems like fucking forever.
Orlo just puts his arms up and slowly backs up around the corner.
Yeah, I want to be very clear that I do not shoot it. I do not.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Yeah, I imagine Emmerin's gonna do what's the same, just like sword out at the side, kind of hands up. Do we know what kind of dragon this is? What color it is?
It is very, very green. It is like a dark green, dark brown, scaled creature. It looks honestly very foresty, very like wooden, very old, very like bark texture. Laya, do me a favor, make me a perception check, please.
All right, Laya, what you need to do is remember what you did with the owlbear. Do we have any rations?
Is it boopable?
19.
Just beyond where this dragon is kind of standing, there's just like some what looks like to be newly excavated ground, some of what you were hearing falling, and just beyond that is the symbol that you saw on the desk inscribed on the wall.
Emmerin, do you know what that signal or symbol is?
Make a history check, Emmerin, please.
Ducky, do I know what?
I don't know.
I'll get back to you.
15. That's respectable. Good roll.
Good answer.
Was this a feud?
You recognize the symbol, but you do not necessarily remember exactly what it is.
I've seen it before, but I don't quite know what it is.
You want to know what we do know? That's a friggin' dragon out there.
Yeah. Does it look hostile? Is it like coming at us, or is it pretty like just staring at us?
What do you you think you are doing in my room?
Oh god, it's Soreth the dragon.
Soreth?
I asked what you thought you were doing in my room.
Look, we do not mean to disturb you, not by any stretch of the imagination. We certainly mean disrespect. But are you Soreth?
And he pauses for a second, and you hear a very large exhale, and you can hear all of the leaves kind of rustle through his wings as he kind of stretches them back and turns a little bit more towards you. And as he starts to turn towards you, you see this kind of magical warp as he turns from this massive green dragon into Soreth.
Well, fuck me.
Well, that was unexpected. And I'll just have this very like chagrined look on my face and just be like staring at the ground.
You know, you've really got to do something about the lighting in this place.
He looks at you and he kind of gives you this like dead-eyed fucking stare and just snaps his fingers and the entire room lights up in this beautiful bioluminescent bluish green color.
Why did you turn these on before?
Because I don't need them.
Well, you should really think about your guests.
I wasn't anticipating any.
I'll expect the unexpected and all that.
Soreth, you left the room rather abruptly when we gave you the news about what we'd observed, and it, in our defense, and I think you could agree, it was mildly suspicious, so we had to know what was going on here. It seemed you knew something that we probably should.
We're only looking for answers.
And he takes a very long moment and sighs. And kind of collects himself, brushes himself off, and straightens himself up. Yes, I suppose you do. And for what it's worth, I do apologize. I get a little carried away from time to time, and I'm not sure who I can trust anymore.
And after he says that, I just walk over to him and I notice he has a leaf on his shoulder and I just kind of brush it off and then put my arm around him. It's like, you know what, Soreth, we can put all this behind us, we'll just have a little chat.
Make a performance check.
Like Emmerin's got to be standing there with his sword out to his side and his hands in the air, just kind of fucking flabbergasted at the idea that we just saw a dragon turn into a human, and even more so at how comfortable Orlo is now. Just, buddy, no big deal.
Listen,
Also,
panic shows its face in very different ways.
Also, I just want to point out that now that I have seen a dragon, I can also turn into a dragon, and I'm very excited about this.
SkellyDagron.
I rolled with my -1 performance 15.
Ooh.
You don't
roll,
get
good
punched
roll.
in the face, much to your surprise.
And then I just I read the room a little bit more and I'm just like, yeah, so anyway, and I just take my arm off of him and kind of walk back over to where Emmerin and Lai are. It was like, so yeah, about filling us in on what's going on here.